Today is going to be a very special episode. I'm going to be playing It Takes Two on the PlayStation 5, and since it really does take two, I'm going to have to call up Peyton. Well, I guess I could play with my wife. This duck is going to represent my wife because she absolutely refused to be on camera. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Released in 2021, It Takes Two is a co-op multiplayer game about a married couple on the verge of divorce. So their daughter turns them into dolls so that they'll rekindle their relationship. I feel like it's heavily encouraged you play this game with your partner or significant other. Unfortunately, I'm stuck with this duck. The game begins with Rose watching her parents, Cody and May, arguing outside. She knows they're planning to get a divorce, so she takes two dolls into the shed and wishes in a book that they'll become friends again.
Dr. Hakim, you have to help me now. They have to stay together.
Cody and May awake inside the bodies of the dolls. They get jump scared by a book. The book tells them that in order to return to their bodies, they must fix their relationship and love each other again. They ignore him, finding out they can't die in the process, and try to get to Rose so that she can fix them. You're dropped into the game in a great intro area that allows you to get adjusted to the controls and mechanics. The controls feel great. They're super smooth and responsive. You've got a double jump, a dash, an air dash, and you can crouch and sprint. You can also wall jump when specifically applicable. All these controls together allow for tons of speed and momentum if you're good enough, and they keep the game from getting boring later on. I feel as though I shouldn't touch this razor blade. The book appears again and provokes their somehow alive vacuum, and now they have to fight it. They make their way through some platforming challenges and get to a boss fight with their vacuum.
Very good. Hey, vacuum!
The book comes back and instigates some more, so you have to violently suck out the vacuum's eyes.
Whoa, May! Do you think this is too much?
Kind of, but he tried to kill us!
Jimmy, don't look. Just look at that!
Cody and May find a sentient hammerhead that asks you to rescue all of his friends from an evil toolbox. This introduces the first new chapter-specific ability of the game, the hammer and nails.
Jesus Christ.
Throughout the game, Cody and May get different abilities depending on their current situation. Most of the time, these are fun and add tons of variety to the game. With the hammer and nails, Cody can throw nails that can hold up platforms or certain things in place or add vantage points for May to swing on. This allows for situations like this. May can swing on nails or hit things with her hammer, and sometimes she can get a little carried away. The book shows up again, and introduces the couples minigames. They're just fun little distractions for you to play against your partner. Most of them are pretty fun, but you better hope you and your partner are of similar skill levels or you'll get tons of these.
I knew it. I'm too fast for you.
I'll beat you next time!
They go through a couple more platforming challenges and puzzles.
Gonna need a boost, man!
And finally reach the toolbox for a boss fight.
Oh shit, she's packing heat!
They defeat the toolbox and rescue all of the tools. The tools help them get closer to Rose, but it's too late for she has left the shed. This is also where the rail grinding mechanic is introduced. and they get to a telescope and see that Rose has gone to her bedroom. They also come to the conclusion that they need Rose to cry on them to change them back because that's what she did to turn them into dolls. Cody and May get a new permanent upgrade, the rope, and I love this. It's fun to swing. They swing around the tree and get captured by some military squirrels, I guess. While this is happening, Rose finds her mom and dad's real bodies stuck in a comatose state. She tries talking to them, but she thinks they're just ignoring her. The squirrels put Cody and May in a chamber and they get massacred by wasps. The squirrels see that Cody and May can't die, so they enlist them in their war against the wasps and give them their next new abilities. The honey gun thing and the explosive shot. Mostly it's just Cody sprays something with sap and May has to explode it. This is probably the worst part of the whole game for me because it's slow and drags on for way too long.
You go. Oops. Sorry.
You've got some problems.
The book appears again making chicken sounds and starts instigating some more. We came across a camera and took some very mature pictures.
Cool.
They make a makeshift boat and fight a beetle to the death, but instead of killing it, they enslave it and make it bring them to the Queen Wasp, which Cody and May promptly destroy. Turns out the Wasp Queen was just a bumblebee and a robot. Cody and May help the bumblebee and the squirrels see this as an act of betrayal, so Cody and May must escape on a plane made out of Cody's underwear. It didn't end up being a very functional plane.
You see? Everyone... Right.
May kills the squirrel captain with some Street Fighter skills, and they use the plane to get into Rose's bedroom.
Of course I remember.
Are you really ready to talk to Rose?
Cody and May start making their way through Rose's pillow fort, and it turns into space. One of Rose's toys, Moon Baboon, shows up and won't let Cody and May get to Rose because he knows they're trying to make her cry.
You won't squeeze a single teardrop from Rose. You'll be stuck here forever.
Cody and May get their next new abilities. Cody can change size to big and small, while May gets some space shoes that allow her to stick to certain walls. The space section of the game is a great highlight of the game's great graphics and puzzles and platforming challenges. It's just 6 mini challenges, but they're all great. They reach Moon Baboon and have another boss fight. I thought this was one of the best and most unique boss fights in the game. After the boss, they kill Moon Baboon. They make it to Rose and find out that she can't see them, so they have to make her cry another way. They decide the best way to do this is to kill her favorite toy elephant, Cutie.
I, for one, would never hurt any of my stuffed animals. You better shut up if you want to see tomorrow.
The next section of the game is Rose's room, and it turns into a giant playroom, and this was also one of my favorite parts of the game. All the challenges are fun and unique, like doing Rose's homework or using fidget spinners to glide across a giant ball pit. This was also one of the many sections where I had to wait on Duck a lot.
Life is like a kaleidoscope.
Oh no!
The book appears again and sucks them into a kaleidoscope. They fall into a tiny toy town that's also really cool. There's a super cool dinosaur puzzle with lifting platforms. There's also a pirate ship section that I hated because the controls were bad. They kill an octopus and end up in a circus or whatever.
I'm gonna skip over this part because I don't care.
Cody and May arrive at the castle and are stopped by some guards. The book sells them out and they get jumped by the guards. They are placed in a jail cell, but they get their next abilities here. Cody becomes an ice wizard, and May becomes a fire knight. This whole section is a cool reference to top-down RPGs. You've got health bars and specific attack commands and cooldowns and all that, and at the end you fight a troll boss and a chessboard boss. After that, they meet the elephant and brutally murder it in one of the saddest, most difficult scenes to watch I've seen in a game ever.
My leg! No! Wouldn't it be more fun to play jump rope instead?
We're really sorry for this.
You don't have to do this! I love Rose!
Don't tell us that!
God damn.
Rose finds her dead elephant on the ground and cries about it. Cody and May stand under her tears, but nothing happens. They begin to lose hope when Cody finds a letter that will tell them how to return to normal.
Whoa! Ah, not so fast! Hey, give that back!
That's our letter.
But then the book shows up and rips up their letter. He once again says that they need to fix their relationship to return to their bodies. The book teleports them to like a little therapy room, and he says he will return the pieces if they complete collaborative challenges that will improve their relationship. At this point, the story kinda takes a backseat for gameplay, character development, and unique locations. They go into a clock world, icy mountains, a garden, and a musical-themed world. The clock world was another low point for me. The area was boring visually and very long. I didn't really like the new abilities either. Cody could move things forward and backwards in time, while May could create a clone that she can teleport to at any time. The snowy area is them trapped in a snow globe that they got from their first skiing trip. There's lots of ice skating and bobsledding, and surprisingly swimming.
I think I just lost a few years there.
The abilities they get are one half of a magnet each. You can push or pull certain things to certain little color pad things, including yourself. This part had some of the best puzzles in the game.
Yeah, this is big brain time.
Next area is Cody's garden that he lost passion for because May didn't support him. They have to remove all the poison from the garden. The abilities in this section are Cody gets a whip and can turn into plants, and May has a scythe and can shoot water.
Why do you always get the cool abilities?
This section also felt kinda long, but wasn't too bad overall. It's also at this point that Cody and May start to reconnect and start being nice to each other again. The final area is a music world. Cody gets a shield he can throw like Captain America and block lasers and stuff, while May gets the ability to sing, which basically just acts as a context-sensitive action. Cody and the book are trying to reignite May's passion for singing, and this is also another one of my favorite parts of the game. You can interact with a bunch of instruments, and it's visually compelling with a ton of colors and music references. They end up in like a music heaven where they have to reunite a choir, and they get jetpacks and have to fly around and chase devils and all that. I love the DJ section at the end. It's just an interactive set piece more than anything, but it's super fun and entertaining. At the end, May sings on stage, and it ends with Cody and May reuniting with a kiss. They've been returned to their bodies, and they get divorced. Just kidding. They find the note that Rose left them, and it says they needed to become friends again to become human again. It also says that she blames herself for them wanting a divorce, so she's run away. Nothing really comes of this because they catch her and tell her that everything will be okay, bringing the game to a close. Personally, I think this is one of the greatest co-op experiences ever. All the puzzles and challenges are expertly designed so that they do indeed take two. The story and dialogue is engaging, and the new abilities kept the game fresh the whole way through. The graphics and locations are nice and varied, and the game looks great, especially on PS5. I regret putting this game off for so long because it was a great co-op experience.
Now that that's over with, I'm gonna do something else with my life that's not playing video games with a duck.